Okay, now you can see that the input lag here is at 3.5 milliseconds. You can see it right here. Input, and now look at our input lag. 0 milliseconds. This isn't an error. This is literally, it has no input lag. Alrighty guys, so setting up this DualSense controller, or even a PlayStation 4 controller, has been a real pain in the butt for me. So I wanted to go ahead and get this recorded and get it documented for everybody else that's having problems. I mean, it's been so frustrating to get this set up. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how to set up the DS5 controller with the least amount of input lag, and to have it to where you have the least amount of problems with DS4 Windows in terms of going in and playing your games. Okay, so first things first, I've obviously linked everything that you need to download below the video, so you can get that information. So let me walk you through how to download that stuff. Not this. Do not download this. This is the old version and will not work anymore. You need to download the RyoChan 7 version of this, okay? So that's the first thing. We'll go here, hit download. I'll go ahead and just do this anyways. So then 7-zip, this is a 7-zip folder. So if you don't have 7-zip on your computer, don't use the 7-zip version, just download the zip file. Okay, if you're not sure if you're 86 or 64, what you'll do is just go to About. And now we can see that I have a 64-bit processor. So I will get the 64-bit version of this. So we'll download this. Okay, so once you've downloaded it, you'll find wherever you downloaded it to. And then what you want to do is you want to hit Extract All. Okay, so we extract all. Let's pick where we want it to go. So I put it in Documents. I made like a DS4 with DualSense folder. So that's what I would recommend. You know, you do put it somewhere on your C drive. Probably is the best practice. I mean, I don't know if it really makes a difference, but I would assume probably best to keep it on your C drive. So I put it in my Documents folder. Boom, here. And then we'll extract it there. So I obviously have already done this, so I'm not going to extract it again, but that's how you'll do that. So I found out about this overclock for the PlayStation 4 controller a few months ago. Now, this overclock for the PlayStation 4 controller ports directly over to the PlayStation 5. So you can use this same exact technique for the PlayStation 5 controller, okay? Next thing we're going to do is download this link here, this Hive USBF. We're going to download the zip. Boom. Okay, now we're going to extract it. There. Boom. Okay, and then once you have that extracted, then you will need to go into the folder. There will be a HBF folder. Then this USBF, you're also going to have to extract that folder as well. Now, once you have that open, you'll go back into your file. It'll say driver on the folder, and then you have setup here. And so we're going to open up this setup. Okay, so this is my PS5 controller right now. So I'll unplug it. You see that the PS5 controller goes away, plug it back in. Okay, here it is. So now everything is done on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to revert it back, and then I'm going to walk through exactly what to do. So let's revert it back. And this is, if anything messes up, if your thing goes red, this is what you'll do. You'll uncheck filter on device, set it back to default. Boom. Boom. And now what you're going to see is that this pops up as 6. The rate is default is 6. So this is what yours is going to look like from the baseline. Now, all we're going to do is hit install service, boom, filter on device, set it to 1000, and then we're going to unplug it. Now, plug it back in. Now you can see that our polling rate has been set to 1000, so now the PlayStation 5 controller is overclocked. This brings your input lag from the testing that I've done, okay? Now, I'm no expert on this. I don't have software or fancy cameras to do this, but DS4 Windows input delay analysis thing. And on that input delay analysis, or actually I think it... Okay, now I just want to show you guys the difference, because a lot of people are like, well, I'll just use DS4. I'm not going to worry about the overclock, right? I highly recommend against that, and let me show you why. Okay, so let's open up our driver. Okay, now you can see that the input lag here is at 3.5 milliseconds. You can see it right here. Input delay, 3.5 milliseconds. Okay, that's the input delay for this controller. Now, let's put it back to 1000, disconnect it, reconnect it, and now look at our input lag. 0 milliseconds. This isn't an error. This is literally, it has no input lag. It's like, I think it's 0.01 milliseconds or something like that this has on it. So it's very important. If you don't want 3.5 milliseconds of input lag for no reason, then you need to do this, okay? So do this, get it set to 1000. This is the easiest thing. This is easy. Using DS4 and getting it to run exclusively, that's the hard part. So do this, for sure do this. Okay? Now, you can close that. Now, with that program, you never have to do anything with that again. The second that you set it, it's done, it's going. But what you will have to do is that anytime you change your cable, anytime you change your USB port, like change the cable from a different USB port or anything like that, anytime you buy a new controller, you're gonna have to repeat this process, okay? So, it's no problem. Exclusive mode is the big issue here, because what happens is you go to play your game and two controllers pop up, and it's very, very annoying. Now, basically what the issue is that it's called a UWP app, and these UWP apps, basically they're, you know, Windows apps that conflict with the DS4, all of this settings and stuff like that. Okay, so if you have NVIDIA, what you need to do is you need to go to your task manager, you need to open up services, and you need to go down to NVIDIA local system, NVIDIA, these two things right here. You need to right click and hit stop. Now these are the only things that are like recommended online. So for me, I was still having this whole problem to where it was saying that I wasn't in exclusive mode. And so now let me, so what I ended up figuring out is this Adobe Genuine Monitor Service, this stuff. This is what was stopping it for me. So if I start these programs and then I disconnect my controller and then I reconnect it, what we're going to see here is that, of course, it works this time, as I'm trying to show you guys. But But yeah, so basically you want to go into these services, check if you have Adobe, check those things, turn those things off. And you'll see in this log here, it'll be red and it'll say, so right here where it says found control using exclusive mode, and then it goes here underneath this, it'll say an error saying like there's a UWP app that's open and that you need to close. And so it's either going to be Adobe or it's going to be NVIDIA. Another thing is if you go to background apps, you want to have all of these background apps turned off, because this is another thing that can influence it. But you know, once you get those things ironed out, that's all you need. It's all good to go. And so this has been like you know, like I said, this was just a pain in the butt for me. I got so frustrated trying to figure out how to use this PS5 controller for Rocket League, and you know, I'm sure all you guys want to use a PS5 controller for all of your games, and to me this is the absolute best solution. Oh well, it's the only solution out there right now. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this. Please like and share, show everybody so that everybody can get hooked up on the PlayStation 5. But yeah, see y'all later.